Conflict and sanctions have chipped away at the Syrian economy for years. And with diminishing subsidies, Syrians living in regime-held areas are struggling. But for Syrians living in opposition-held areas, where subsidies don't exist, the situation can be a lot more desperate.
The market is very weak right now. The old commercial movement is no longer there. People only take their basic needs. Distributors and middle-level merchants would buy goods upwards of $3,000, but now it doesn't even exceed $500.
The Syrian regime approved a $5 billion budget for 2022, about 30% less than the previous year, and a similar decrease when compared to the year before that.
This is among the biggest wholesalers in the entire region. But the purchasing power of people has decreased, and so has theirs. To put this into perspective, if the average Syrian family could afford this can of oil every month, that purchasing power has decreased so that they can only afford this much.
The World Food Programme says the food security situation in Syria has deteriorated significantly over the past 2 years. With high global inflation and increasing fuel prices, it estimates almost 10 million people are food insecure.
If we look at it as a business, the prices have become expensive. The reason for this is the increase in the logistic prices. Even after selling our product with a profit margin, it becomes more expensive to replace it. When talking about the readiness, costs and logistics of a product, the consumer becomes a victim.
From wholesalers to shoppers, everyone in Syria seems to be struggling.
When it comes to shopping, I put down a very strict line. We try to buy only what we need the most, like rice, bulgur, potatoes. Only what we can eat. We've forgotten what meat tastes like for the last 3 years. We can't even afford to smell it. We won't even buy bread if we don't need it.
The United Nations says about 2/3 of the 18 million people are living in extreme poverty in Syria today. And there seems to be no end in sight unless there is an increase in jobs and wages and the Syrian pound stops tumbling. Yasenek, NTRT World, in Idlib, Syria.